From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott.
I'm student meteorologist Mitchell Cocaine.
And I'm student meteorologist Chris Mars.
Here with the medium range forecast and video discussion issued on Wednesday, April 30th. Well, gentlemen, you know, it's been a pretty warm and summer-like end of April. Looking out the window right now, it's a little bit breezy, cooler than yesterday, but wow, it's really been a nice stretch of weather, hasn't it?
I cannot complain at all. It's been nice to enjoy the time outdoors. And,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't get anything better than those baby blue skies. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It's beautiful conditions.
Great for outdoor activities, fishing, running, biking, whatever you want to do. You know, it's been fantastic.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, you know, I do think conditions are going to deteriorate later this week into the upcoming weekend. But, you know, the models are all over the place for early next week. It could either be sunny, beautiful, crisp, and rather cool, or we could be dealing with a cut-off upper level low. So let's jump into it and talk about it. So we'll start by taking a look actually at the GFS model for 2 p.m. on Saturday. There is going to be a cold front that moves through the region on Friday, but it's going to be a very weak cold front, starved for moisture. Temperatures are still going to be back up in the 80s on Friday, but the more significant cold front looks like it's going to move into the mid-Atlantic states on Saturday. But this is where the models really diverge. The GFS shows a very progressive cold frontal boundary just sweeping through the mid-Atlantic states. The thing goes through here Saturday afternoon and evening. In the wake of it, you see that big high pressure system over the Midwest. That's going to settle over us for the second half of the weekend and early next week. In contrast, the European model actually shows this storm system cutting off from the northern branch of the jet stream, and you'll see what implications that has later in the weekend and early next week. If I go back to the GFS, again, that cold front would essentially be absorbed by the northern branch of the jet stream. It would sweep through the region and give way to more sunny and dry weather. The European model suggests this piece of energy over the Ohio Valley and central states actually gets left behind. And if it does and cuts off from the northern branch of the jet, then we could be dealing with days of clouds and rain. Right now, we're favoring the GFS model because so far this year, the pattern's been very progressive. There's absolutely no downstream blocking. And there's really no reason that this storm system should cut off over the eastern United States, especially when you see by Sunday that there's another deep trough or dip in the jet stream moving into the western United States. It's very hard to get a cut-off low pressure system over the Four Corners region and then another one over the Ohio Valley at the same time. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I've rarely, if ever, seen it happen. So if the GFS is right on Sunday, we just get northwesterly flow behind that cold front. It turns out to be a beautiful end of the weekend with sunshine and highs near 70. Again, there's the discrepancy on the Euro. It cuts off that low pressure system, and that's going to lead to days of rainy, cloudy, damp, dreary, and just miserable conditions. But you see that cutoff low in the Four Corners region at the same time. Don't think this is right, but I've seen stranger things happen, so only time will tell. And Mitch and Chris, it looks like those implications are going to last into early next week, too, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yep, it does. On Monday, you know, we had that high pressure system sit over the northeast and on the GFS, that is, and really just not really good agreement there between the two models there at all. And, you know, as you get that closed upper level low again, you know, just kind of just hanging around over here in the northeast, just giving us those mostly cloudy and rainy conditions. But again, you know, as Kyle said, you know, we're leaning towards the GFS solution on this one.
And the same kind of theme on Tuesday. There's the discrepancy between the two models exist. That continues on Monday. Tuesday we have the high pressure sag south through the mid-Atlantic that permits it's mostly sunny or completely sunny skies with fair weather, light winds, and overall pleasant conditions at highs generally around 70 degrees, the overnight lows in the 40s, very cool, crisp nights. But the European model, on the other hand, does show that closed off low just lingering over the mid-Atlantic and northeast Ohio River Valley, and that continues to bring those cloudy skies, dreary conditions. But the benefit of this solution would be that it would have potentially drought-busting rain that would bring into the Commonwealth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now for the forecast here. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms with a high of 76 degrees. Sunday looks great with mostly sunny and seasonable with a high of 70 degrees. And Monday looks mainly sunny and pleasant with a high of 72 degrees.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Medium Range Forecast. Tune back in next week for the latest edition. It will only be me with the Medium Range Forecast going forward through the summer months, as this will be the last one cut for the semester. So, gentlemen, pleasure doing it with you guys this semester. Yep, absolutely. Hey, we messed up the handshake, but it happens. All right, you guys take care and have a good weekend.